Every single day you wake up, life gives you a chance to become better than you were yesterday. Not perfect, not flawless, just better. Growth doesn't come from doing everything right. Growth comes from the courage to face yourself, to recognize what needs to change, and to take one step, even a small one, toward becoming the person you were created to be. Improvement is not about speed, it's about direction. Every day that you move forward, even by an inch, you're becoming a new version of yourself. And that's where transformation begins. It begins in those quiet moments when you choose to rise instead of sleep a little longer, when you choose to try again instead of quitting, when you choose to believe instead of doubt. That is where greatness is built. You see, most people wait for a big moment to change. They think one day something magical will happen and everything will suddenly fall into place. But that's not how life works. The power to change is not in the future, it's in the decisions you make today. Every little choice adds up. Every decision builds your habits create your character, and your character defines your destiny. You don't need to do everything today, you just need to do something that makes you proud when you look back tomorrow. Success is not built in a single day, it's built day by day, brick by brick, through effort, consistency, and discipline. The truth is, improving yourself is not a comfortable process. It's not supposed to be. You can't grow in comfort. You can't become stronger without resistance. Life will test you, challenge you, and sometimes even break you down to rebuild you. Every setback, every failure, every disappointment is not meant to destroy you. It's meant to shape you. It's meant to refine you. You must learn to see obstacles not as roadblocks, but as opportunities. When something doesn't work, it's not the end. It's a lesson. It's a message telling you you're getting closer. And if you can learn to extract the lesson from the pain, you can transform the pain into power. Improvement starts with self-awareness. You can't change what you don't acknowledge. Be honest with yourself. Don't pretend to have it all together. Don't wear a mask for the world while you're broken inside. Real strength is not pretending to be fine. It's facing the truth and deciding to do something about it. Sit with yourself. Ask yourself what's holding you back. Is it fear? Is it laziness? Is it your environment? Whatever it is, face it. Stop running from your reflection. The person you need to overcome is not outside, it's inside. You can't improve yourself if you keep lying to yourself. Tell yourself the truth, even when it hurts, because truth is the foundation of growth. Once you know what's holding you back, decide that you will not stay there. Improvement begins with decision. A decision to not live like you used to. A decision to demand more from yourself. A decision to keep going even when no one claps for you. You don't need approval to improve. You don't need validation to grow. You need faith, consistency, and patience. The people who reach greatness are not always the most talented, but they are the most consistent. They show up when it's hard. They show up when it's boring. They show up when no one notices. They keep showing up because they know that greatness is built in the invisible seasons, not in the spotlight. If you truly want to improve yourself, start by mastering your mornings. The first hour of your day shapes the rest of your day. Stop waking up and reaching for your phone. Start your morning with gratitude, with purpose, with movement, with silence. Set the tone before the world sets it for you. Improvement doesn't start in public, it starts in private. It starts when you choose discipline over comfort, purpose over distraction, consistency over excuses. The small habits you build every day become the foundation of your future. Every day ask yourself, what can I do today that my future self will thank me for? Maybe it's learning something new. Maybe it's saving a little money. Maybe it's working on your fitness or controlling your emotions. Every small step matters. Stop underestimating small progress. A 1% improvement day becomes 30, 7 times better by the end of the year. That's the power of consistency. But most people quit before results show up because they expect instant change. They want transformation without patience, progress without persistence. You can't microwave success. You have to grow it, water it, nurture it, and protect it. Remember, your environment shapes your improvement. Surround yourself with people who push you to level up, not those who keep you comfortable in mediocrity. Distance yourself from those who drain your energy, who feed your doubts, who keep you stuck in old patterns. Growth requires isolation sometimes. It requires walking alone until you meet those walking in your direction. Don't fear losing people who can't handle your growth. You're not meant to stay the same for others' comfort. You're meant to evolve. Some people will leave, some habits will die, and some versions of you will fade away. That's a sign you're improving. Stop comparing your journey to others. Comparison is a thief that steals your peace and progress. Your path is unique. Your timing is divine. Just because someone else achieved something sooner doesn't mean you're late. You're not behind, you're becoming. Focus on your lane. Focus on your journey. The only person you should compete with is who you were yesterday. Every time you choose discipline over distraction, every time you choose peace over chaos, every time you choose progress over excuses, you're winning. Improvement also comes from failure. Don't be afraid to fail. Failure is feedback. Failure is proof that you tried. You can't improve if you never start. The person who fails 10 times will always be ahead of the one who never tried once. Learn from your mistakes, but don't live in them. You're not your failures, you're what you become after them. Don't let your past define you. Let it teach you. Let it humble you. Let it strengthen you. Every scar has a story. Every story has a lesson. And every lesson has a blessing. If you want to become the best version of yourself, you must take responsibility for your life. Stop blaming people. Stop blaming circumstances. Stop blaming your past. Take ownership. The moment you accept full responsibility, you regain power. You can't control everything that happens to you, but you can control how you respond. And your response defines your future. When you choose to respond with faith, patience, and courage, you're already improving. Don't let external chaos create internal confusion. Stay grounded. Stay focused. Stay grateful. Gratitude is one of the strongest tools for self-improvement. When you start counting your blessings instead of your problems, your mindset changes. Gratitude doesn't ignore pain, it shifts your perspective. It reminds you that even when life is hard, there's still something good. Gratitude breeds peace. Peace breeds clarity, and clarity breeds progress. So every morning, before you step out, name 3 things you're grateful for. Do it daily and watch how your energy changes. Also, feed your mind with wisdom. What you feed grows. If you feed your mind negativity, fear, gossip, and doubt, that's what will grow. But if you feed it with hope, learning, and truth, that's what will grow. Read daily, listen to uplifting words, write your goals, visualize your future. Your mind is a garden, plant wisely. Every thought is a seed, and your future is the harvest. Now, let's talk about discipline, because without discipline, improvement is impossible. Motivation gets you started, but discipline keeps you going. Motivation fades when life gets hard, but discipline reminds you of your purpose. Discipline is doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. You will not always feel inspired. You will not always feel ready. But if you rely on feelings, you'll never grow. You must act your way into feeling, not feel your way into acting. Show up first. Motivation will follow. You have to build routines that support your goals. Don't wait for the perfect time. There will never be one. The perfect time is when you decide. Set a plan and follow through. Be consistent, not perfect. You'll mess up sometimes, you'll skip days, but don't quit. One bad day doesn't ruin the journey unless you stop walking. Get back up, refocus, and continue. Every time you start again, you strengthen your resilience. Improvement is not a straight line. It's a process of falling, learning, and rising stronger. Learn to protect your energy. Not everything deserves your attention. Stop wasting time on things that don't align with your goals. The more focused you are, the faster you grow. Energy is currency. Spend it wisely. Guard your peace because peace is power. When you're peaceful, you think clearer, you act wiser, you live better. Don't let chaos steal your focus. Don't let temporary emotions create permanent decisions. Stay still when the storm comes, and remember, every storm runs out of rain. One of the best ways to improve yourself is through service. When you help others, you elevate yourself. When you give, you grow. Improvement is not only about what you achieve, but who you become. Be kind, be compassionate, be generous with your time, your love, your patience. Kindness strengthens the soul. The more you give, the more fulfilled you become. Life improves for those who improve the lives of others. Keep a vision for your life. Without vision, you wander. Vision gives direction to your actions. Write down where you want to be a year from now, 5 years from now. Break that vision into daily actions. Improvement without vision is motion without meaning. Every step you take should move you closer to the person you're becoming. Visualize your future every day. See yourself living that life. Feel it. Speak it. Believe it. The mind doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality when belief is strong. As you grow, remember to forgive yourself. You'll make mistakes. You'll fall short. You'll lose focus sometimes. But don't let guilt become your prison. Forgive yourself for what you didn't know before you learned. Forgive yourself for staying too long in places you outgrew. Forgive yourself for the times you doubted your worth. Forgiveness releases the weight that keeps you stuck. You can't climb higher carrying regret. Let it go, learn, and keep moving. Celebrate progress, no matter how small. Don't wait for the finish line to be proud. Be proud that you started, that you're trying, that you're evolving. Improvement is not always visible, but it's happening. The moment you decide to become better, you've already changed. Growth happens quietly. One day you'll look back and realize how far you've come. Be patient with the process. Growth takes time. Flowers don't bloom the day they're planted. You're evolving. You're becoming. Every season serves a purpose. The struggle teaches you strength. The delay builds your character. The waiting refines your faith. Trust the process, even when you can't see results yet. Something beautiful is forming within you. You have to speak life into yourself. Words are powerful. What you say about yourself shapes your identity. Stop saying you can't. Stop saying you're stuck. Stop speaking defeat. Start declaring victory. Say, I'm growing, I'm improving, I'm learning, I'm becoming. The words you repeat become beliefs, and beliefs shape reality. So choose your words wisely. And remember, improving yourself is not about becoming better than others. It's about becoming better for yourself, for your purpose, for your peace. You are not in competition with anyone. Your journey is yours. Your timing is yours. Your destiny is yours. Keep moving forward. Keep believing in your process. Keep showing up for yourself. At the end of each day, ask yourself, did I grow today? Did I learn something new? Did I become a little kinder, wiser, stronger? If the answer is yes, then you're improving. Don't measure growth by how much you achieved, but by how much you've evolved internally. Success without inner peace is failure in disguise. Work on your soul as much as you work on your goals. Improvement is a lifelong journey. There's no finish line. As long as you're breathing, there's room to grow. The version of you 5 years from now is depending on what you do today. So, stay committed. Keep moving. Keep believing. Every sunrise is a new beginning. Every breath is a second chance. And every day is an opportunity to become a little better than yesterday. You have everything within you to transform your life. You have the power to change your habits, your mindset, your direction. You don't need permission. You don't need perfection. You just need persistence. Don't give up when it's hard. Don't stop when you're tired. Rest, refocus, and continue. Improvement doesn't happen overnight, but it does happen with every effort you make. So from this moment, make yourself a promise. Promise to keep showing up. Promise to keep learning. Promise to keep believing. Because every time you choose growth over comfort, discipline over distraction, purpose over pleasure, you're becoming unstoppable. You're not just improving, you're evolving into the person you were destined to be. And one day, you'll look in the mirror and realize that the person staring back is everything you once prayed to become. Strong, wise, peaceful, and full of purpose. That's the power of daily improvement. It's not about what you get, it's about who you become. Keep growing, keep improving day by day, because your best self is waiting for you on the other side of consistency, faith, and effort. Improvement is not about perfection. Perfection is an illusion that kills progress. It's the silent enemy that makes people quit before they even start. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to begin. You just need to keep showing up when it's uncomfortable, when it's inconvenient, when it's boring, when it feels like no one notices. Because improvement is built on the small, unseen moments when you choose to do a little better than yesterday. It's not about doing everything right. It's about doing something right consistently. Every step you take, no matter how small, carries power when it's taken with purpose. Every bit of effort you give today shapes who you'll become tomorrow. And even if no one applauds you, even if no one believes in you, the fact that you kept moving forward makes you powerful beyond measure. Every single morning, life gives you two choices. You can choose comfort or you can choose growth. Comfort will keep you the same, but growth will cost you something. It will demand discipline, patience, and courage. Because to improve, you have to be willing to leave behind the version of yourself that's afraid, lazy, and uncertain. You have to be willing to stretch beyond your limits. You have to face days where your faith feels smaller than your fear. But that's where the transformation happens, not in comfort, not in certainty, but in the fire of persistence. You have to be willing to keep going when no one is watching, because that's when progress is born. You see, too many people wait for the right time to start improving. They say, when I get enough money, I'll start. When I feel confident, I'll start. When people support me, I'll start. But the truth is, there is no perfect time. The perfect time will never come. Improvement starts the moment you decide you're tired of staying the same. It starts when you stop waiting for a sign and start being the sign. Every small action, every small decision builds momentum. The smallest step in the right direction becomes the foundation for big change. You just have to start and keep starting every single day until progress becomes your habit. Consistency is the secret ingredient of all greatness. You don't have to move mountains overnight. You just have to keep pushing one stone every day. One push, one choice, one habit at a time. That's how champions are made. That's how lives are transformed, not through instant results, but through daily discipline. If you can learn to be faithful with the little things, one day the big things will come. Because consistency teaches your mind to believe, your heart to endure, and your spirit to rise. Courage is what fuels consistency. Without courage, you'll quit the first time you fall. Without courage, you'll listen to fear more than faith. Without courage, you'll stay where it's safe instead of reaching for what's possible. Improvement takes courage because it means facing the truth about yourself. It means looking in the mirror and saying, I can do better. I deserve better. I will become better. It means walking into rooms where you don't feel ready, but showing up anyway. Courage doesn't mean you're not afraid. It means you move forward in spite of fear. Every great change starts with a brave step, and every brave step starts with a decision to believe you can. Every day you wake up, you are given a blank page. Yesterday's mistakes don't define it. Yesterday's failures don't decide it. What matters is what you write today. Maybe yesterday you fell. Maybe you wasted time. Maybe you doubted yourself. That's okay. Improvement means you get up and try again. Improvement means you look at the mess and you start cleaning it up. Improvement means you stop beating yourself up for what you didn't do and start appreciating yourself for what you're still trying to do. Every time you start again, you strengthen your will. Every time you show up again, you prove you're not done yet. You have to understand improvement is not glamorous. It's not loud. It's not Instagram posts or motivational quotes. It's quiet. It's those early mornings when you're fighting sleep to work on your goals. It's those late nights when you're learning while others are resting. It's those moments when you want to quit, but you don't. Improvement is built in the silence, in the repetition, in the discipline no one sees. That's why it's powerful. Because you can't fake it. You have to live it. People will doubt you. They will question your effort. They will laugh at your pace. But don't let that stop you. You're not racing anyone. You're building yourself. You're rebuilding the foundation of your mindset. Progress doesn't need to be seen to be real. Some days your progress will be invisible, and that's okay. As long as you know you're growing, as long as you know you're moving forward, that's what matters. You don't need validation to keep improving. The reward is in the person you're becoming, not the approval you're getting. Improvement means failing forward. You will fail. You will fall. You will make mistakes. But every failure carries a lesson. Every mistake contains wisdom. Don't run from your failures. Study them. Don't let your mistakes make you bitter. Let them make you better. The greatest people in the world are not those who never failed, but those who never gave up. They turned pain into purpose, loss into lessons, and failure into fuel. That's what real improvement looks like. It's messy, it's unpredictable, it's uncomfortable, but it's always worth it. You can't grow while staying the same. You can't improve while clinging to old habits. You have to let go of the things that keep you small. That might mean letting go of certain people, certain environments, or certain patterns. You have to make room for the new version of you that's trying to emerge. Some days that will hurt. Some days it'll feel lonely. But remember, growth often feels like loss because you're shedding what no longer serves you. You're not losing yourself, you're discovering yourself. Improvement also means mastering your emotions. You can't let temporary feelings make permanent decisions. Some days you'll feel tired, discouraged, and uninspired. That's part of the process. But discipline is doing what you said you'd do long after the mood has left. Improvement means training your mind to lead your emotions, not the other way around. It means choosing to act on purpose, not impulse. The more you control your emotions, the more control you gain over your destiny. To improve yourself daily, you must develop self-awareness. You have to know who you are, what drives you, and what holds you back. Take time to reflect. Ask yourself tough questions. Where am I wasting time? What habits are slowing me down? What fears am I allowing to control me? Because you can't fix what you won't face. When you face your truth, you gain clarity. And with clarity comes confidence. The person who knows themselves can't be shaken easily because they understand their direction. Remember, small progress is still progress. Don't dismiss the days when you only move an inch. Some days, an inch forward is victory. Because consistency isn't about speed, it's about showing up regardless of how you feel. Even when your progress feels slow, it's still building strength. Just like a seed buried under the soil, you may not see growth at first, but something powerful is happening beneath the surface. One day, that effort will bloom. One day, that persistence will pay off, but only if you keep showing up when it's unseen. Your mindset determines your improvement. If you believe growth is possible, you'll find a way. If you believe you're stuck, you'll find an excuse. The battle is always in the mind first. You must train your thoughts to support your progress. Replace self-doubt with self-discipline. Replace fear with faith. Replace excuses with execution. Improvement begins the moment your mindset aligns with your goals. You have to think higher to live higher. Improvement also means keeping your promises to yourself. Every time you set a goal and follow through, you build trust with yourself. And every time you break a promise to yourself, you weaken that trust. Improvement is not just about skill, it's about integrity. If you say you're going to wake up early, do it. If you say you're going to work out, do it. If you say you're going to chase that dream, do it. Keep your word to yourself like it's sacred. Because when you learn to trust yourself, you stop depending on external motivation. You become your own source of power. And you must be patient. Real progress takes time. The problem is we live in a world that glorifies speed but forgets sustainability. Don't rush your process. You can't skip steps. Growth built fast doesn't last. Improvement built daily stands forever. Be patient with yourself. You're learning, unlearning, breaking old cycles, building new ones. That takes time. Don't hate the waiting season. It's preparing you for the next level. You are not meant to stay the same. You are meant to evolve. But evolution requires effort. Every day, push yourself a little more. Learn something new. Try something different. Read, reflect, adjust. Improvement is the art of small adjustments made with big faith. Every correction brings you closer to your potential. Every disciplined day brings you closer to the life you desire. Be grateful for where you are, even if it's not where you want to be yet. Gratitude keeps you grounded. It reminds you that progress is a privilege. Every chance to wake up, to learn, to grow is a gift. Don't take it for granted. Gratitude and improvement go hand in hand. Because when you appreciate the process rewards you with progress. Stop chasing perfection. Perfection is not human. You'll never be perfect, and you're not supposed to be. You're supposed to be real, to be learning, to be evolving. The beauty of improvement is in the journey, not the destination. You're not competing with anyone else. You're just trying to be a little better than you were yesterday. That's what matters. Every time you fall, get back up. Every time you doubt, remind yourself why you started. Every time you feel like quitting, remember how far you've come. Improvement is not about never failing. It's about never giving up. Keep pushing, keep believing, keep adjusting. Because one day, everything you worked for, every effort you gave, every tear you shed will make sense. One day you'll realize that it was never about being perfect. It was about becoming stronger, wiser, and more resilient. When you decide to reinvent yourself, you are not saying that who you were was wrong. You are saying that who you were was limited. You are saying that there is something greater inside you that you haven't touched yet. Reinvention is not rejection of your past. It's a renewal of your potential. It's the moment you stop apologizing for wanting more and start walking toward what you know you deserve. Because the truth is, you are not meant to stay the same. You are meant to evolve. Every season of your life demands a different version of you, and if you keep bringing your old self into a new season, you will keep repeating old pain instead of creating new growth. You can't take yesterday's mindset into tomorrow's blessings. You got to upgrade your belief system before you can upgrade your life. You got to delete the fear, the doubt, the guilt that has been running your system for years, and you got to install courage, consistency, and conviction. Because reinvention starts in your mind long before it shows up in your life. Most people want a new life, but don't want to give up their old habits. They want new results, but keep living with the same routines. They want peace, but still hold on to people who bring them pain. You cannot reinvent yourself while protecting your comfort zone. Reinvention is not comfortable. It's not easy. It's not safe, but it's necessary. because comfort is the enemy of change. The moment you get comfortable, you stop growing. The moment you stop growing, you start dying inside. Reinvention is the rebirth of your spirit, and it only happens when you get tired of your own excuses. It starts when you finally say, I'm done being stuck. I'm done being average. I'm done waiting for someone to rescue me. You stop waiting and start working. You stop explaining and start executing. You stop looking at what you lost and start focusing on what you're becoming. There comes a day when you look in the mirror and realize that the version of you standing there is not the one you dreamed of. You see the tiredness in your eyes, the frustration in your heart, and you know that you've settled for less. That's the moment life whispers, it's time. It's time to stop playing small. It's time to stop pretending you're okay with mediocrity. It's time to reinvent. Because God didn't create you to live half awake. He gave you gifts that you've been too afraid to use. He gave you dreams that you've been too scared to chase. He gave you opportunities that you've ignored because you doubted yourself. But the moment you start believing in your worth, the world begins to adjust to your belief. The moment you stop hiding behind your fear, your destiny starts revealing itself. Reinvention is not about becoming someone new. It's about uncovering who you've always been beneath all that fear, all that disappointment, all those opinions. You got to understand something. Every single person who changed their life had to walk through a season of isolation. Reinvention requires separation. You can't become your best self while staying around people who only remember your worst days. Some people know you too well to let you grow. They keep reminding you of your mistakes because that's the only way they can feel taller than you. But you got to learn to walk away from familiarity, because sometimes the people who love you the most will also limit you the most. They love your old version because that's the version that made them comfortable. But when you start growing, when you start thinking bigger, when you start dreaming differently, they get uncomfortable. And that's okay, because your growth was never meant to fit their comfort. Reinventing yourself means being willing to be misunderstood for a while. It means people will question your choices. They'll laugh at your goals. They'll say you've changed. And you have. That's the whole point. You have changed. You are not supposed to be who you were 5 years ago, even 1 year ago. You are supposed to outgrow your old fears, outthink your old mindset, outshine your old patterns. People will call it arrogance when you finally learn self-respect. They'll call it selfishness when you finally learn self-love. But you can't let their misunderstanding make you shrink again. You can't let their opinions become your prison. Because every time you try to make everybody comfortable, you make yourself miserable. The truth is, the journey of reinvention is lonely, but it's powerful. It's where you learn to hear your own voice again. It's where you stop chasing validation and start building value. It's where you stop trying to be liked and start trying to be aligned. You start asking yourself, does this version of me make me proud? You start walking differently, thinking differently, talking differently. And before you know it, life starts matching your new energy, because you attract what you believe you deserve. When you believe you are worthy of peace, you stop entertaining chaos. When you believe you are worthy of respect, you stop explaining yourself to people who don't value you. When you believe you are capable of greatness, you stop waiting for permission to start. Reinventing yourself is an act of faith. You can't see the outcome. You just know you can't stay where you are. You move even when you don't have all the answers. You take the first step and God meets you halfway. Because faith is not about knowing the full path. It's about trusting the next step. You might lose people. You might lose comfort. You might lose certainty, but you'll gain yourself. You'll gain peace. You'll gain power. You'll gain purpose. That's the trade. That's the price of transformation. You got to give up who you were for who you're meant to be. And when you start walking in your new identity, the world starts noticing. Doors start opening. Opportunities start appearing. But more than that, your confidence changes. You start realizing that every version of you had a purpose. The old you taught you survival. The new you is teaching you how to live. The old you cared about opinions. The new you cares about purpose. The old you tried to prove your worth. The new you knows your worth. Reinvention is not about running from your past. It's about using it as proof of how far you can rise. It's saying, yes, I've been through pain, but I'm not pain. Yes, I made mistakes, but I'm not my mistakes. Yes, I was lost, but I'm not staying lost. You have to give yourself permission to evolve. Stop apologizing for your growth. Stop explaining your peace. Stop shrinking your light so others don't feel small. You owe it to yourself to see what your fullest potential looks like. Don't let your fear of judgment become stronger than your desire for freedom, because judgment will come whether you fail or succeed. So you might as well succeed being real instead of failing being fake. Reinvention is freedom. It's when you stop living for applause and start living for alignment. Every day you wake up, you get a new chance to rewrite your story. You're not stuck. You're just scared. You're not behind. You're just hesitating. You're not broken. You're just evolving. But evolution hurts. Growth hurts. Letting go hurts. It's supposed to. That pain is proof that you're moving. That discomfort is a sign that you're growing. Don't run from it. Learn from it, because the version of you that's coming is worth every ounce of struggle. When you reinvent yourself, you start walking in power that you didn't know existed. You stop reacting to life and start creating it. You stop surviving and start thriving. You stop being a prisoner of your past and become the architect of your future. And understand this, reinvention doesn't happen once. It happens over and over again. You will reinvent yourself in your 20s, again in your 30s, again in your 40s. Every season demands a new level of you. Don't be afraid to let go of what no longer fits. Because every time you evolve, you shed a layer that kept you from your truth. That's how you grow. That's how you build a life that feels right, not just looks right. You start aligning with purpose instead of pressure. You start choosing peace over popularity. You start realizing that being real is more powerful than being liked. And one day you'll look back and realize that every risk, every heartbreak, every loss was preparing you to become this version of you, strong, grounded, fearless, and free. You owe it to yourself to become everything you've ever dreamed of. Not because someone told you, but because your soul knows you can. Reinventing yourself is not a one-time act. It's a lifestyle. It's waking up every day and saying, I'm not done yet. It's refusing to let your potential die in your comfort zone. It's deciding that your dreams matter enough to fight for. You may not have control over your past, but you have full control over your next chapter. So take the pen back, write it with faith, write it with fire, write it with courage. Because this time it's not about proving them wrong. It's about proving yourself right.